Gaza City Live. We have lecturer of Al-Azhar University, Muhammad Abu Sada. Muhammad Abu Sada, thank you for joining us. You see lots of reactions, lots of protests against the recent U.S. decision according recognition to Jerusalem Al Quds as the Israeli capital. What do you see? What's happening? What do you predict things to be in the near future?
Well, it's a good thing to see that many European and many international capitals are rejecting this U.S. declaration of Jerusalem Al Quds as the capital of Israel. But unfortunately, we haven't seen yet good reaction from Arab leaders and Arab governments who should be in the front rejecting this U.S. declaration and slamming down on this declaration by the U.S. President. I do expect that in the coming few days and probably hours, we will probably see more reaction from Arab streets and Muslim streets in many Arab and Muslim countries. But until this moment, let me say that we, the Palestinians, believe that the reaction to such a move by the U.S. is less than expected, and we hope that there will be much more rallies, much more protests against this U.S. declaration, which will make the U.S. think twice next time before they take any unilateral actions against Palestinian and Arab and Muslim rights in the occupied territories.
Mr. Abu Sada, Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh gave a fiery speech a couple of hours ago, and he just said that this U.S. act, this recent move, is actually a declaration of war, and he in turn also declared a new intifada. Should we expect that a full-fledged war is around the corner?
Well, let me say that what the U.S. has done is definitely a violation of international law, a violation of international conventions and many United Nations Security Council resolutions, starting from Resolution 242 and ending by Resolution 2334, which was just passed December of last year, 2016. Now, the response by the leader of Hamas, Mr. Ismail Haniyeh, who considered this as a declaration of war against the Palestinians and Arabs and against one of the holy sites in Islam, Al-Aqsa Mosque, and therefore should be a reaction from the Palestinian people, from the Arab and Muslim people against this U.S. declaration. But I'm not really sure whether this call by Mr. Haniyeh will lead to a full-fledged intifada against Israel and against its sponsor, the U.S., in the coming days and weeks. Unfortunately, the Palestinian people are very tired, very exhausted as a result of 10-year-long political division between the West Bank and Gaza, and also as a result of their failure, the Palestinian leadership failure to put an end to this political division and restore Palestinian national unity. But I do expect that within the coming hours and days, we will see rallies, protests, demonstrations all over the West Bank and Gaza cities to protest against Israel, to protest against this U.S. declaration. But whether that will lead to a full-fledged intifada, we will probably have to wait and see.
And as we're speaking together, Mr. Abu Sada, we are broadcasting live images. We can see clashes, we can see fires, smoke, the people, security forces clashing one another right now as we speak in Palestinian territories. We have pictures from Bethlehem right now where the clashes are going on. And Mr. Abu Sada, one last and quick question. What is the right thing to do? Is general strike and these Palestinian protests, is that the right thing to do? Does that suffice?
Well, I believe there should be moves on two sides. At the Palestinian leadership level, there should be a declaration from the Palestinian leadership. They need to cut all of their diplomatic political ties with the U.S. And the Palestinian president should declare that the U.S. is no longer a broker in the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, and this U.S. declaration has ended this mediation in the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, and also the Palestinian leadership should also take steps toward Israel, especially with regard to reviving the peace talks with Israel. And at the Palestinian popular level, I believe that the Palestinians should continue their rallies, protests, and demonstrations against Israel to show their defiance against this Israeli and American violation of the status quo of Jerusalem.
All right, thank you very much for your comments. So Mohamed Abu Sada, lecturer from Al-Azhar University.